Steve?
Yes, hi, Steve Barbie here.
Hi, Laura Anthony here. How are you?
Hi, Laura, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. How can I help you? What's going on?
Well, found you online. We're about 3 years into a project, and we are at a point now where we need to start thinking about launch. And we've largely been hoping that as we've been in development, that regulatory concerns would kind of catch up and be more clearly defined, but they haven't. So we're now at a crossroads where we need to, despite the fact that the regulatory environment isn't clearly defined, we have to press forward. So we're trying to define what that path would look like, and that's what we're hoping to talk to you about.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about your business. I'm trying to find the email here. Let me see. Reggae. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you didn't tell me anything.
No,
So tell me about your business.
no, you're fine, no problem. So the big question is, we are in the crypto space, and so I know that is a space that's not very well defined yet. I know that 5 years ago there was the initial coin offerings, which were done very much black market without regard to regulatory concerns. Now there's a lot of discussion about STOs, which are securitized token offerings. But my understanding is that the SEC doesn't have an easy platform to operate on there. So I'm really in search for someone that can help us define a path to be able to move forward, whether that excludes the U.S. or incorporates other solutions. I don't know. That's the guidance that we're looking for.
Okay. So the SEC was pretty well going to account any sort of digital asset, whether it's a cryptocurrency or other sort of digital asset. Anything that's digital, like that, or crypto, right? Not all crypto or digital assets are used as currency, but they're all some sort of crypto. But they're going to define all of those as a security. The only ones that are exempted from that definition are Bitcoin and Ether. I mean, they even found that Telegram, which everybody thought was very widely decentralized and would, for sure qualify, that was a security. So, that kind of changed, that kind of brought everybody to their knees in one respect and said, okay, wait a minute here, right? And the SEC is also really at the position that, have you raised money? Have you issued any safes or SAFs or anything like that?
No, not at all. We have. I've been. Yeah, no. We're pre-entity even.
Okay. Tell me what your crypto does. What is it? What's the platform all about?
So the elevator is in 3 layers. At its most rudimentary level, Earth is a means of exchange backed by ownership of the planet. So as we raise capital, that capital is used to acquire land, and therefore the value of Earth increases intrinsically. That is.
Acquiring land where? And how does acquiring land increase the value? Because you're going to make everything green, or what? How does that explain?
So
Tell me more.
Sure. So historically, we had dollars that were backed by gold. We abandoned the gold standard, and now we have fiat currency. That has created many problems, which have resulted in our current economic system being unsustainable. So getting back to some type of backed means of exchange is critical to restoring sanity to our economic systems. So I don't want to get too hung up in the Earth buys land. That's a small part of it. So effectively, Earth offers all of the elements of Bitcoin, if you will. This is not part of our dialogue, but Earth offers all of the elements of Bitcoin, but it adds two things that Bitcoin doesn't have. One is backing. Bitcoin is valuable because of its scarcity alone. Earth is valuable because of its scarcity and the fact that it's backed by ownership of the planet itself. But moreover, the second element, which is really the element which is the focus of our value proposition, is that we believe that the creation of Earth, being backed by ownership of the planet, is going to serve as a foundation for improving the human condition. So right now we have a planet that is largely failing. We're at war with each other. We don't take care of our mentally ill and our poor. We don't have a single global economic system. Our educational systems are unfair. We have a criminal system that is obviously not functioning well. There's a lot of failure on our planet, and we believe.
Let me back up and ask you a few questions. So you're gonna what will actually your crypto do? How can it be used?
And how
can it be used?
There's two ways that it's used. One, initially, it's going to be used by people in the crypto space looking to make a whole bunch of money, right? So the marketplace is.
Okay, so wait, whoa. Secondary trading. Is that what you're saying?
Say that again.
Secondary trading? Like trading on secondary markets?
Okay, so yeah, from a functional level, we're going to be issuing Earth. There's a UBI component to Earth, Universal Basic Income. So at our initial outset, we're going to be, if you KYC with us, we're going to give you Earth. And we're going to effectively seed. We would also like to encourage there to be trading on Uniswap or Balancer or Kyber, on the decentralized exchanges that are emerging. We would like there to be a secondary marketplace that effectively results in price discovery, right? So we want to introduce Earth to the marketplace via UBI and then allow price discovery in regard to correlation back to fiat to happen on these decentralized exchanges.
All right, and then you're going to use the money to buy land
and
manage that land.
After the seed phase, or during the seed phase, we're also going to take expressions of interest like reservations. So you only qualify for a certain amount of Earth through the UBI. If you want more Earth, you can buy it with your fiat. And that comes later once you're part.
So what the SEC would absolutely do this as a security. It would have to be registered. The only way that you could register it is under Regulation A. And I can tell you there's only two that have succeeded so far in doing so, Blockstack being one of them. And, in light of your big ambitions, right, and the risks associated with the issuances of it, i.e. to the investor, to, not recoup their money, it's not going to be an easy process. Blockstack spent $2 million to get its Reg A through the SEC. Now they paved the way, so I don't expect anybody else to spend $2 million, but you could easily spend $1 million just to get it registered with the SEC so that you can do an issuance in the United States.
Right. Okay. So then my path to, I know with Reg CF you don't have to register. Can I use Reg CF to raise the capital to pay for the Reg A SEC work?
Well, then you're a blank check company, right? I don't do a lot of Reg CF. It's too early stage for me, but my understanding is you can't be a blank check company or shell company for Reg CF. So, I'd have to look into that more, but I've not seen that done.
All right, so if I had $100K to get through the SEC stuff, you're telling me that's not enough? You think it's $1 million?
Not even if you had a very, very straightforward Reg A, it would still not be enough.
Okay.
And there's nothing straightforward about crypto.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. So then there's no path for me to do what I want in an SEC compliant way. So it's pretty much, I think then I'm relegated to bypassing the SEC by just not functioning at all in the United States.
So then, you could do that, but I wouldn't be the counsel that could help you. I only operate in the United States.
Right, exactly. Okay, so I certainly don't want to take more of your time than is warranted. Is given what we've talked about, is there value in us continuing the conversation for another 10 minutes?
Probably I'm not going to be the right person to help you.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of I'm feeling the same thing. Do you have anybody that you could possibly refer me to?
I mean, really, I think you need to start. Look, it's going to cost you a lot of money. No matter how you cut it, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Unless maybe start with a big firm that does the crypto offshore, and see where that gets you.
Okay.
But there's no way that this project that you're talking about is going to. I mean, it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm familiar with Blockstack, and I'm familiar with what's happening with Telegram, or has happened with Telegram. And yeah, so it's really tough because I'm in a position where it's like I've got 10 boxes, and 9 of them have green check marks, and I'm ready to go.
White paper?
Oh yeah, I've got a white paper. I've got marketing. We've got content production done. We're really literally ready to flip the switch, and our smart contract is in auditing.
Look, if you had, you're going to need an audit, right? If you had the funds and you were ready to go through this incredible process with the SEC, then I could help you. But it doesn't sound to me like you do.
I've got everything that you need except $1 million. I've got 100K.
It's not going to cut it.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep finding paths. Can I go angel to raise the $1 million?
Sure.
So I go angel.
Accredited investors only, but if you can privately raise, if you can get an angel investor to front the $1 million for you, then
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's not all at once. I mean, it could be $100,000 a month for 10 months, or something. It's not going to be $1 million up front, but it's going to cost you $1 million to get there.
All right. So if I reach dead ends everywhere else, I can circle back to you, and we could talk about doing some type of angel round up front, and through accredited investors. Then we use that $1 million to then do the SEC application for the Reg A crypto.
Right.
Okay. I will keep that in the back of my head, and if I can't find a better path, you may very well hear from me again.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I appreciate it.
You got it.
All right. Bye-bye.